Hi guys, I've posted 2 videos about the end game Ice Strike Invoker kinda, so I wanted to follow up with like a small explanation on how the build actually works. So basically, I've changed around the build a little bit just today, going into a bunch of energy shield with high evasion. Right, so as you can see, we have like the resistance is not fully kept out, but it's pretty good. We have a lot of evasion, a lot of physical damage reduction off of the last ascendancy that you can see here, right? That converts armor and evasion, right? So to explain how it works, we're gonna do only Ice Strike and Charge Staff plus Spell on bosses most of the time. Ice Strike is supported by Combat Frenzy, that is here to get power charges with Resonance. Resonance is used as generation, right? As you can see, gain power charges instead of Frenzy charges. Combat Frenzy gives you Frenzy charges whenever you freeze, electrocute, or pin an enemy. We're gonna freeze and shock or electrocute a lot in this build. We're gonna use Herald of Ice for like a lot of clear and damage. Bell obviously for bosses, and whenever like there's like a big pack of mobs. Blasphemy for less damage taken. Right, you're using Enfeeble. We have Grim Feast to basically double the energy shield that we're getting. Wind Dancer for more evasion. As I said, Charge Staff it lets Ice Strike be a little bit smoother in my opinion. Like the whole gap closer thing of Ice Strike feels smoother with Charge Staff in my opinion. We're using Herald of Thunder as well, because we're also shocking enemies, right? And we're using Elemental Expression. Elemental Expression shocks and freezes, etc, etc. And that applies off a lot of crit that we're getting from Ice Strike. So it's a very good supportive skill. It's not used to like deal any damage really. It just supports what we're doing with Ice Strike, etc. Right? So the tree basically is a lot of evasion, a little bit of mana regeneration, and most of it is crit and freeze build-up. As you see this one, for example, is off of Elemental Expression, that you're dealing 40% increased damage. If you've triggered a skill recently, we're triggering Elemental Expression a lot. So that is very, very good, in my opinion. We're using Echoing Frost up here to deal 30% elemental damage if you've killed an enemy recently. What we're gonna do a lot, as we'll see, we're gonna use the quarter staves over here, just to boost damage and attack speed and like freeze build up, etc. Like it basically boosts everything you have on quarter staves. We are using enhanced reflexes and bestial skin for a little bit more evasion plus dexterity. Then we're using Herald damage. It super buffs Ice Strike, basically. And as I said, a lot of crit. Right, like we're using this crit tree up here. Down here we're using this crit tree up here. I think I'm gonna change that though at a point into like a few more power charges that are getting boosted by crit, like down here. And it's just a lot of flat damage plus elemental damage plus freezing, etc. Yeah, so just to show you how it works, as I said, this is a tier 16 map. And it's very easy, honestly. It's not a lot you're doing in this build. You basically freeze your first pack of mobs, and you're gonna have charge staff up for the rest of the dungeon most of the time. And you're just gonna hold down left click, honestly. As you can see, it's also very hard to kill me, because we have a lot of energy shield that is getting generated by Grim Feast as well. Breach I'm gonna do afterwards, because the quality goes down a lot for Breach. Where is it? Oh, we're kinda lost here.
Frozen lash.
Alright, as you can see, we're basically taking 0 damage from anything. Alright, I think this should be the boss. Yeah. Okay, you'll see here. Bosses from this build are melting. Like, as I said, this is a tier 16 map, and I'm pretty sure the boss should melt here like crazy. Yeah, there you go. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys the breach as last, because I feel like it looks very nice to see how the build flows and like very big packs of mobs. Let me see, where was it? Somewhat over here. Yeah, here it is. The quality is gonna drop a lot here.
Frost crush. I cannot.
That's all. As you can see, we're kind of fly into this breach. Nothing can hit you, nothing can kill you. Everything dies in a millisecond. Alright. Yeah, that's the build, kind of. It is. I think it's a pretty late where you're able to play this, because you need a lot of spirit. Like, you need to convert a lot of like evasion into spirit, which comes off of the last ascendancy. But it is definitely doable before that. You just need to run a little bit more energy shield, and like swap around later on. Yeah, if anybody's watching until here, thank you very much. I'm not a guide maker or anything. So this is not really that good of a guide, and I'm very sorry about that, but yeah, I feel like it might help people if anybody's watching this, and I feel like it's, at least in my opinion, the most fun monk build, because it looks like you're basically flying through maps. It's super fun, and yeah, Thank you very much. See you guys.